TV soap news and spoilers say that will Maurice Johnson storm back to Beyond the Gates in a dramatic new role? The world of daytime drama is no stranger to upheaval, but few events have sent shockwaves through a fandom quite like Maurice Johnson's departure from CBS's bold new soap opera, Beyond the Gates. As the show's inaugural season unfolded, Johnson's portrayal of Dr. Ted Richardson, a charismatic, complex figure at the heart of the series' tangled web of secrets, captivated audiences. His sudden exit, marked by a recast with Keith D. Robinson on May 12, 2025, left fans reeling, sparking heated debates, passionate petitions, and a firestorm of speculation. Now, with a cryptic message from Johnson himself fueling the flames, the question on everyone's lips is this: will Maurice Johnson return to Beyond the Gates in a bold new role, perhaps as Ted's long-lost brother, to reclaim his place in the show's dramatic tapestry? Let's dive into this saga, exploring the controversy, the clues, and the tantalizing possibilities that lie ahead. When Beyond the Gates premiered, it promised to reinvigorate daytime television with its fresh storytelling, diverse cast, and intricate plotlines. At the center of this ambitious venture was Dr. Ted Richardson, a brilliant surgeon whose charm masked a labyrinth of personal demons and hidden truths. Maurice Johnson brought Ted to life with a magnetic intensity, blending vulnerability and swagger in a way that made the character an instant fan favorite. Viewers were drawn to Ted's fraught relationships, his tumultuous romance with heiress Nicole Dupree, his rivalry with corporate titan Victor Langston, and his strained bond with his estranged daughter, Maya. Johnson's nuanced performance anchored the show's early episodes, earning him a devoted following and critical praise. But on May 12, 2025, the unthinkable happened. Without warning, Keith D. Robinson stepped into the role of Dr. Ted Richardson, marking the first recast in the show's brief history. The transition was jarring for fans, who had grown accustomed to Johnson's distinctive portrayal. Social media platforms, particularly X, erupted with reactions ranging from confusion to outrage. Hashtags like #BringBackMaurice and #JusticeForTed trended for days, as viewers demanded answers from CBS and the show's producers. Why had Johnson been replaced? Was it a creative decision, a scheduling conflict, or something more sinister behind the scenes? The lack of an official statement from the network only deepened the mystery, fueling rumors of backstage drama and creative clashes. For many fans, Johnson's departure felt like a betrayal. Maurice was Ted, wrote one user on X. No shade to Keith, but it's not the same. The soul of the character is gone. Others pointed to Johnson's chemistry with co-stars like Tamara Tooney, Nicole Dupree, and Brandon Childress, Victor Langston, as irreplaceable. Petitions circulated online, amassing thousands of signatures urging CBS to reverse the recast. Fan forums buzzed with theories. Some speculated that Johnson had been pushed out due to budget cuts, while others whispered of a falling out with the show's head writer, Michelle Val-Jean. Whatever the truth, one thing was clear: Maurice Johnson's exit had left a gaping hole in Beyond the Gates, and the fandom was not ready to move on. In the midst of this turmoil, Maurice Johnson himself stepped into the fray, dropping a bombshell that sent fans into a frenzy. In a post on X, he wrote, "I never say goodbye, always see you later. CBS, give the fans what they want so these girls don't storm the gates. I'm not hard to find," like Coach Prime Deion Sanders said. The message was equal parts playful and provocative, laced with a defiance that suggested Johnson was far from done with Beyond the Gates. The reference to Deion Sanders' famous quip, "I'm not hard to find," felt like a challenge to the network, a bold declaration that Johnson was ready and willing to return. But it was the phrase, "see you later," that truly set pulses racing. Was this a farewell, or a promise of something more? Fans dissected the post with the fervor of detectives poring over a crime scene. The mention of "storm the gates" was particularly evocative, conjuring images of a triumphant comeback that would shake the show to its core. Some interpreted it as a call to action, urging viewers to keep the pressure on CBS. Others saw it as a hint that Johnson was already in talks for a return, perhaps in a role that would upend the Beyond the Gates universe. The most tantalizing theory? That Johnson could reappear as Ted Richardson's long-lost brother, a character whose arrival would unleash a torrent of drama and reshape the show's narrative landscape. The idea of a lost brother arc isn't new to soap operas, but in the context of Beyond the Gates, it feels electrifyingly plausible. Ted's backstory, as established in the show's early episodes, is rife with unanswered questions. His strained relationship with his family, particularly his late father, hinted at buried secrets. Could a sibling, estranged, vengeful, or seeking redemption, be one of those secrets? Fans have already begun imagining the possibilities: a brother who challenges Ted's legacy, competes for Nicole's affections, or unearths a scandal that threatens the entire Richardson clan. With Johnson's charisma and screen presence, such a role could be a game-changer, giving him a fresh canvas to paint while honoring his connection to the show's original vision. From a storytelling perspective, bringing Maurice Johnson back in a new role would be a masterstroke for Beyond the Gates. The show, still finding its footing in the competitive world of daytime drama, needs to maintain its momentum and keep viewers engaged. Johnson's departure alienated a significant portion of the audience, and his return could be a way to mend that rift. A new character, especially one tied to Ted Richardson, would allow the writers to capitalize on Johnson's popularity while exploring uncharted territory. It's a win-win: fans get their beloved actor back, and the show gets a juicy new storyline to hook viewers. Moreover, Johnson's proven ability to command the screen makes him an asset CBS can't afford to lose. His portrayal of Ted was layered and dynamic, balancing moments of tenderness with explosive confrontations. Whether delivering a heartfelt monologue or sparring with a rival, Johnson brought an authenticity that resonated with audiences. Casting him as a new character, say, a rogue brother named Marcus Richardson, would give him the chance to flex those same muscles in a different context. Imagine Marcus arriving in the fictional town of Silver Spring, Maryland, with a chip on his shoulder and a secret agenda. His presence could ignite conflicts with Ted, Nicole, and Victor, while opening the door to new alliances and betrayals. The potential for drama is limitless. From a business perspective, Johnson's return could also boost the show's ratings, which have faced scrutiny since the recast. Daytime television is a cutthroat arena, and Beyond the Gates is under pressure to prove itself against stalwarts like The Young and the Restless and General Hospital. A high-profile comeback, teased with a savvy marketing campaign, could draw lapsed viewers back to the fold and attract new ones. CBS has pulled off similar stunts before. Think of the uproar and subsequent triumph when Susan Lucci returned to All My Children after a brief hiatus. Johnson's fanbase, already mobilized and vocal, would ensure that his return generates buzz across social media and beyond. Of course, a return isn't without its hurdles. Recasts are tricky territory in soap operas, and Keith D. Robinson has already begun to make the role of Ted his own. While some viewers remain loyal to Johnson, Robinson has garnered praise for his more restrained take on the character, emphasizing Ted's introspective side. Bringing Johnson back as Ted would risk undermining Robinson's work and further fracturing the fanbase. A new role, however, sidesteps this issue, allowing both actors to coexist within the show's universe. Still, the writers would need to craft a storyline that feels organic and not like a contrived attempt to appease fans. There's also the question of behind-the-scenes dynamics. While Johnson's X post was lighthearted, its pointed reference to CBS suggests some lingering frustration. Was his departure truly amicable, or are there unresolved issues that need to be addressed? Contract negotiations, creative control, and scheduling could all be sticking points. Soap opera sets are notorious for their political undercurrents, and Johnson's return would require careful diplomacy to ensure harmony among the cast and crew. Finally, there's the risk of fan expectations. The hype surrounding Johnson's potential comeback is sky-high, and any new role would need to live up to the lofty standards set by his work as Ted. If the storyline falls short, say, if Marcus is poorly developed or sidelined, the backlash could be fierce. But with a writer like Michelle Val-Jean, known for her bold, character-driven arcs on The Bold and The Beautiful and Generations, there's reason to be optimistic. Val-Jean has a knack for turning fan fervor into narrative gold, and a Johnson-led storyline could be her next triumph. As we await word from CBS, the Beyond the Gates fandom remains a cauldron of passion and speculation. On X, fans continue to rally behind Johnson, sharing fanfiction, creating digital art of Marcus Richardson, and even mock-casting him in rival soaps to show CBS what they're missing. A recent poll on a fan site asked, should Maurice Johnson return to Beyond the Gates? An astonishing 92% voted yes, with many citing his charisma and the need for a game-changing twist. Comments ranged from heartfelt pleas, Maurice, come back, we need you, to playful threats, CBS, don't make us storm those gates. Beyond the online noise, there's a deeper truth. Maurice Johnson's departure left a wound, but his cryptic promise of, see you later, has kept hope alive. Whether he returns as Marcus Richardson, a mysterious stranger, or another character entirely, one thing is certain, Johnson has the talent and fanbase power to make waves. His journey with Beyond the Gates may have hit a detour, but the road back to Silver Spring is wide open. So, will Maurice Johnson storm the gates in a dramatic new role? The clues are there, the fans are ready, and the stage is set for a soap opera spectacle. All that's left is for CBS to make the call. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.